The village of Isleham in East Cambridgeshire has a population of about 2,300 people. It's got 3 pubs, 2 shops and a post office. It's also home to High Street Church, an extraordinary community of people working on one of the most ambitious self-build projects in the country.
We had a number of people over a very short window of time from very different directions just come and talk to us about how ark-like the project was, and it just became increasingly obvious that that was God's name for the project. This has been on the heart of the church and previous generations of the church for many years, but actually stepping out and doing something is the hardest part. Starting is the hardest part. Church is never a building. It never has been. Church is people, our church family. We lay a great deal of emphasis on being God's family, all ages, God's family. The building is just necessary, but secondary to our first call, which is to be the family of God.
The main thing about it is it's God's project, and that's really, from my point of view, that's what matters. Even when I lose sleep at night and I'm waking up in the morning thinking, what about this, what about that, and then I say, it's God's project, so we can leave it in His hands.
The church needs a purpose-built building with a fresh vision. It needs something that's going to be appropriate for the next generation. It needs to be a little more upmarket, and it needs to have the right facilities. Eating together, catering, the social side of church rather than just the service side of church is fundamental. This is a community centre, not a church service building.
After receiving planning permission in 2008, the church pressed on with their plans to raise money and make all of the necessary preparations. Central to the planning permission was the unique design of the church, and central to the unique design of the church was a unique way of building it.
A few guys a few years ago really got into their hearts that we needed to build something new on the edge of the village where we are today. And this is a realisation of a dream, really, that's been on people's hearts for a long time, of building a church that's big enough for this generation and generations to come.
Funny how a little church in Isleham, I mean, people talk about it still in America. There's people who come here and they say, yeah, I knew someone that was stationed here years ago, and they said if you come to England, go to High Street. I mean, it's like multicultural. People from everywhere like goes to High Street Church, so it's really good.
I do really believe it's something that is going to be for the kingdom of God, and it is going to benefit a lot of people. And I think this is magnificent, and I think it will be used for a lot of things that they haven't even thought of at the moment. It will benefit a lot of people.
200 years ago, down the road, William Norman built High Street Baptist Church, and it served the community for that time. Now High Street are building the Ark project for the 200 years to come.